Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rangga Audi Pratama, name 21020100321, Prodi Manajemen S1. The KKN film in the Dancer Village is taken from the true story of a student who are doing the community service program in a place called the Dancer Village. At the time there were 6 students who would do KKN. The students are Nur, Bima, Anton, Widya, Ayu, and Wahyu. On the way to the Dancer Village, Ayu was very happy when she arrived at the KKN location because the village she was going to was very beautiful and natural. The village is located in the middle of the forest. At the same time, Nur calculates the way down with the direction of the village. He felt bad that his weapon with this village was against its other. Sure enough, when the car was about to enter the direction of the Dancer Village, he saw grandfather who looked at them with concerned look, and even the grandfather shook his head as if to forbid him to continue the journey. It should be noted that the entrance to the Dancer Village cannot be passed by car, so they have to ride motorbike to enter the village. While on the way, Nur suddenly caught at glimpse of woman dancing on a rock, and the dancer smiled at her, as if welcoming them. Arriving at the village of dancer, he was greeted by a village head named Prabhu. The greeting was with a fine smile, and immediately refutes the arrival of those who wants to carry out KKN activities. He admitted that the village had never been used for KKN at all. However, because Ayu begged, Pak Prabhu finally allowed them to do KKN in the village. As they wandered around the village, Nur was silent, looking at the stone covered in red cloth. With her also he saw a black figure with very red eyes and village with fur. Even though it was during the day, Nur could still see the figure. Nur turned out to have a sixth sense. The village heat warned them not to cross the forbidden gate. There is a village inhabited by snake dancers. Listening to that, the students were fine, and there was no problem. They also began to carry out KKN in the village of Dancer. In the midst of the KKN period in the Dancer village, one by one, they began to feel that something odd had happened to them. There are things that show that the village guard do not like their presence, and Vidya heard a sick in the old hood, heard a voice in the old hood, and he tried to find a gap to see what was going on in the hood until the peak he saw Dimas bathing or having sex with a dancer in a scene and surrounded by fruit. Once a snake beside him saw that Vidya ran and got louder. Suddenly the gamelan beat got louder, and suddenly he was in the middle of a dance studio that was very crowded with people who turned out to be not the person playing the Maluku. Ipins were gathering with, and suddenly he saw Ayu dancing and banquets by desk creatures, and the media was abreast, but with a short sad look and crying as if telling her to quickly leave that place. Uh, he wept and with difficulty climbed onto the rock, and finally he was able to get out of the place and was found by the people who greeted him. He is said to be a resident who was been missing from dawn to dusk. After arriving at the inn, Vidya saw many people. Instead, he saw Bhima and Ayu lying stiff with bulging eyes. Yes, Bima and Ayu apparently made a very fatal mistake, namely marrying in a sinden or pond, which is an act that is strictly prohibited. Ayu is punished to dance around the forest of Hades dancer village, and her fate must be the Gwen steps man will. Bima had to marry Bandarawuhi, the keeper of the place, whose job was to entertain the spirits. Ayu had to replace him to dance, entertaining the spirit there. Nor himself turned out to be so safe because the has able to fight the supernatural beings thanks to his kodam. But the kodam was unable to fix Bandaruhi because he was a native of the place. They then they then decided to go home with Bima and Ayu Steve. Bima was taken to the hospital, and after 2 weeks he died. Ayu herself was taken to the Kiai, but the Kiai could do nothing but help him to live in place. In other words, if the guy help him, he will die. It happiness because of a contract made with the character of the haunted place. Ilham and his parent negotiation before they let Ayu go. The most important thing was the they called see Ayu for the last time, and sure enough, the process did not take a while. The recitation for Ayu was carried out for 7 nights in which the 7 Ayu regained consciousness. He looked at Ilham and his family as well as Nur. He then apologized for what he had done, and when what kind of reward the soul received. After bowing down to her parent Ayu, Hagat Ilham will carry and deliver the last message until finally buried his last. The favorite character in the KKN film in the Dancer Village is Noor because he has a pious and religious nature and has a kodam inside him. The basic scan is that Noor herself turns out to be a safe because she is able to fix the supernatural beings thanks to her kodam. Noor is very religious, so she is not disturbed by the dancer village guard. I really like the KKN film in the village of dancer because this film teaches us is as if we were quiz in a village to obey the rulers of the village. The moral values in the KKN film in the dancer village are as the saying goes, the art is tapped on, there the sky is upward. A person should obey the custom that apply in the place as he is living. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.